Christian XC1 review covering Las Vegas and the world. Today we're going to talk about why I believe Las Vegas is the greatest city in the world. Now, if you're new to the channel, of course, hit that subscribe button below, and you'll be able to keep up with everything we have going on here in Las Vegas and beyond. But let me start by saying this. We've been here in the entertainment capital of the world almost 8 years. We've covered so many of the major events and happenings in the town, and we give you weekly a bunch of coverage on a lot of things going on in Las Vegas, different shows, openings of events, and things like that. So I just want to tell you, keep following C Winery to keep up with that stuff. So let's get to the video. Why, in my opinion, is Las Vegas the greatest city in the world? Well, let's go down a list. I've got more than 10 items. This is not all of them, but these are the things that come to mind. Number one, the cost of living compared to other cities in America. Now, a lot of people are going to just say to you, well, what are you talking about exactly? Well, we're talking about both rents. And if you're interested in condos, I mean, there's a lot of condos near the Las Vegas Strip that are less than $200,000 that someone could purchase, 1 and 2 bedrooms. The reality of what it comes down to at the end of the day, there is affordable housing out there. There are places you can rent between, the $1,000 to $2,000 range. Sometimes you can even find something below $1,000 if you really look in the entertainment capital of the world. And you're right near the Las Vegas Strip and some of the greatest hotels and resorts in the world. So for number one, I say cost of living as far as the housing is concerned, at least. Houses are a little more expensive, obviously, but houses are more expensive in most cities in the United States of America. And of course, prices have gone up across the board. But in my opinion, when it comes to rents and it comes to owning a condo or something like that, they're well within affordability if you come and you plan financially and plan properly. Number two, there's always something to do and never be bored. You will never run out of things to do here in Las Vegas, in the entertainment capital of the world. So for those of you who end up moving here, you will always have something to do. The key, of course, is not to get caught up so much in thinking that I'm a tourist every day. I'm a visitor every day. You can't get caught up in the visitor tourist Vegas lifestyle, because if you do, you'll never get anything done, you'll never be productive, and you'll never be able to, fully experience what it's like to be just a regular Las Vegas citizen. So the key of what it comes down to is that there's more than the stuff that tourists do when you move here. So there's always something to do on and off the Strip. Going to the Strip is great. Going off the Strip is great. It's all great, but you can't be a tourist when you move here. That's one thing you've got to know for sure. Number three, as I was just kind of talking about, but Vegas is more than just gambling, hotels, and bars and the such. We have some of the biggest resorts in the world as far as rooms go in the United States of America. I think, if I'm not mistaken, 10 of the 20 biggest resorts in the entire world are on the Las Vegas Strip. Incredible. Amazing. You should visit all of them. You should explore them. You should see what they're all about. At the end of the day, when it comes down to it, there is more than that. There is more than the gaming. You can play the gaming anytime. I always like to say that in Las Vegas, gambling is like fast food. It's on every corner, and it's not going anywhere. And number three, there are so many bars and so many hangouts in town. You'll always be there. You'll always get to go to them. There's more than just that. So let's go down the list. Live entertainment, of course. Number four, all these different residencies, everyone from Adele to Lady Gaga to Bruno Mars, can be seen in the entertainment capital of the world at one time or another. Dolly Parton just sold out a bunch of shows in December. Ricky Martin is coming back again later this year. There's just always somebody here to watch and explore. So as far as it goes, live entertainment, again, besides all the major concerts, there's so many shows, and the comedy to magic to dance to live theater and musicals in between. Many, many shows happening every night in Las Vegas, dozens and dozens of shows, dozens and dozens of live entertainment, 365 days a year. It's an industry here, is live entertainment. So, and then number five, of course, the expansion of professional sports since 2017, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Las Vegas Aces, Formula One racing, of course, and everything else in between. the most major sporting events in the world being held here. Of course, boxing. Of course, we got Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios coming up on the 19th. We've talked about that a bunch. There's going to be a bunch of other stuff coming up. Canelo and Crawford are going to have their fight later this year at Allegiant Stadium, I believe, home of the Las Vegas Raiders. Though sports entertainment's still in the sports industry. WrestleMania had 2 days at Allegiant Stadium and is coming back again next year for another 2-dayer. That's also what we're basically talking about. I mean, professional sports, of course, we had the Super Bowl here. The NCAA tournament Final Four will be here at some point. It's just a great time, truly, in the entertainment capital of the world. So professional sports has taken over and will continue to take over, and it's only a matter of time until we get that NBA and Major League Baseball team. Number 6, luxury shopping. There is so much luxury shopping here, more than Rodeo Drive, in New York City combined. The amount of luxury shopping in stores at all these different malls, Fashion Mall, Caesars Forum shops, the ones at the Wynn, the ones at the Grand Canal shops, Planet Hollywood Miracle Mile, the one at Mandalay Bay, the shops, the Aria, Cosmopolitan, everything else in between. There's just so much luxury shopping and so much shopping, in that 4.5 mile radius on the Las Vegas Strip. So the reality of what it comes down to is luxury shopping. The restaurant scene in Las Vegas. We recently had on magician Matt King, who's over at the Excalibur, and he talked about how the restaurants on the Strip are as great as the restaurants off the Strip, how there's so many great restaurants in this city. And it's absolutely true. There's a lot of great places that are not even on the Strip. There's so much to explore in all the areas of different kinds of cuisines. So you should absolutely consider that as well. Number 8, the pool clubs and the nightclubs. During the warm weather months, there are pool clubs and day clubs with some of the greatest music acts performing all along the Las Vegas Strip and beyond. So if you love pool parties, that's that scene. The pool scene in general at the hotels is just unbelievable. They got some of the greatest pools here for resorts purposes. And of course, also the nightclubs. Again, nightclub capital of the world, in my opinion. Everywhere on the Las Vegas Strip and beyond, there are so many great nightlife hangout spots, so many acts to see, so many DJs, so many entertainers, so many great vibes. There's just an endless party, and there always will be. And then finally, for a local, you've settled into Las Vegas, you're here in the entertainment capital of the world. Then we're going to talk about all the different kinds of activities you can do, all cultural events. Every month they've got the First Friday downtown in the Arts District, for example, where you can see all these different local artists and all these different cool designs and food trucks and all kinds of things near the downtown Las Vegas area on the Arts District. That's just one example of so many different kind of fun events and go-to things that happen in the entertainment capital of the world that have nothing to do with the resorts and gambling and any of that stuff. And finally, the great outdoors, of course, the Grand Canyon, Hoover Dam, Zion National Park in Utah. There's just so many great tours and activities and hikes and trails, Red Rock Canyon, for example. So there's just so many beautiful, great outdoor activities up on Mount Charleston, of course, during the winter months. There's just so many reasons why Las Vegas is the greatest city in the world, in my opinion. And these are some of them. So you should really consider, again, if you have any questions or comments below, please leave them below on this video. I'm Christianic for CY Review. And again, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.